Research on the elderly taking the COVID vaccination by Melissa Rudow. The big problem. The big problem with COVID in the United States is the older adults have been severely affected by the coronavirus pandemic, compromising the majority of COVID-19 hospitalization and death. The COVID-19 virus continues to ravage the world, with the U.S. being highly affected. Age is affecting those who get the vaccination for COVID-19. Background and hypothesis. Hypothesis: if the elderly people would get vaccinated, it will lower their morbidity and severity of illness with COVID-19. Evidence regarding vaccination has lowered death rates and hospitalizations for older people, but there still seems to be a problem reaching some people due to disparities and equity. It is very important for people of high-risk conditions such as asthma, pregnancy, heart, lung disease, people aged or older to get vaccinated to reduce the risk of severe flu illnesses. The first literature review. The study conducted by Freed and additional authors examined vaccination for U.S. older adults by counties. They used 2,415 counties in the U.S. Results showed almost 80% of those 65 and older are vaccinated. They used quantitative method by using number of counties and people vaccinated in these counties. The outcomes showed those who lied in counties with disparity had lower rate of vaccination amount, those 6 and under. The discussion proves we need to get vaccinations to those in higher poverty areas. Literature Review 2 by Benyu and additional authors. Studies done by Benyu and additional authors examined the perception, the beliefs, and the attitudes toward vaccination among those 6 years and older. Sample study used 28,262 people. The study used both qualitative and quantitative mixed design. There was mixed views among African who thought you could get sick from being vaccinated, to Hong Kong people who felt the body has its own immune system and that vaccinations are only for the weak. There was negative concerns among older minority who mistrusted in the medical field and government. There was a positive effect, though, that those in this group who were advised by their medical provider to get the vaccination actually would get the vaccination. The outcomes showed there are many influences to help promote and maximize vaccination among the elderly minority, which include having a trusted healthcare provider, increasing access and knowledge and education about vaccination. Purpose and research question. The purpose for conducting this study is to examine the likelihood of vaccination among the elderly. The research question: what is the likelihood for older people to get vaccinated? Methodology. The sample used is convenience sample. The setting was in a public New Jersey university. The convenience sample was with friends and family of the researchers from William Patterson University nursing course. They handed out questionnaires, and that's how they got the research information. Quantitative, non-experimental description design is what was used. Analyze. 36 nursing students from a New Jersey public university handed out to their friends and family questionnaires to find the possible correlation between age and likelihood of vaccination. They came up with a sample size of 343, and they used SPSS 29 to do the analyzation. The results. Total people used was 344. They had 131 non-nursing students, 176 non-students. Out of them, there was 144 that were male and 198 that were female. The mean's age was 30.24. The quantitative results was there is a significant weak positive correlation between age and the likelihood of vaccination. The limitations to the study were the convenience sample that was taken over a random sample. Due to the study being through a convenience sample, the data could be skewed in general. Came from 2020 before there was a complete understanding of COVID-19. And it also came before there was even a vaccination available for COVID-19. Discussion. The data itself revealed that the older you are, the more likely you are to get the COVID vaccination. The importance to nursing is this data is important to nurses because we need to know to educate elderly to help decrease the chances of hospitalization and mortality. The more knowledge these people have, the more likely they will be to get the COVID vaccination. We also need to educate everybody overall. Here is the references giving credit to where all the information was obtained for this PowerPoint presentation.